Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. One of my favorite subjects. March is a really busy time for travel with so many families. You guys know you're going on spring break. But before you leave, it's best to stay on top of the latest travel news and deals to help you save time. And we hope we're going to save you some money. Here with more, give it up for my buddy, Kyle Potter from Thrifty Traveler.
Thanks, Jason.
Hey. Okay. There's so many, and I can't wait to get to the one that I know, that you know, that I know, that you know, that you and I both love. But we'll get to that in a minute.
I think we've waited our lives.
We've waited our lives,
Yeah.
Audience. I'm not overselling it. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's deal with some serious stuff. Everybody knows what happened in Mexico with the cartel leader, and then the ripple effect that it's had on travel. My best friend Lisa was caught in the middle. She was there, was stuck in Puerto Vallarta for 9 days. Where are we now? What are people that are getting ready to go to Mexico? What should they know?
Puerto Vallarta, I haven't been myself in the last 2 weeks, so I can't tell you what it's like there. Flights in and out are more or less back to normal. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to feel normal in Puerto Vallarta or in Cancun or Playa del Carmen or wherever you're going in the weeks and months ahead. I do just want everybody to keep in mind that Puerto Vallarta is, no joke, more than 1,100 miles away from Cancun. And we have this habit here, and I understand why, especially after the scary images that we saw that weekend in Puerto Vallarta. We have this habit of conflating one thing that happens in Mexico with the entire country, when we don't do the same thing here in the United States. Think about what's 1,100 miles away, what's happening in Detroit or New York City or Cincinnati. We don't even clock those things. So I want everybody to take a breath. I know some people made some knee-jerk decisions about canceling a spring break trip to somewhere like Cancun or Cabo or elsewhere in the country. And for anybody who's on the fence about it, just give it some time. Really process what happened. Give it some more time before you make that kind of a decision.
I'm so glad that you said that, because that's exactly how my buddy Lisa felt.
Yeah.
And she was there, and she said it was weird. They'd go on the beach, you just see the beach in front of you, and then you look to your left and there's smoke. You know, and she goes, it was a weird, the juxtaposition of vacation and then turmoil for the locals,
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to happier stuff. Southwest. Well, this isn't happier. Okay, can you explain? They're switching something again. What's going on at Southwest?
The only constant is change at Southwest lately. They just can't seem to figure this out. It really all stems back to a groundbreaking, really historic for that airline decision that they made about this time last year, when they announced that after 50 plus years, they were going to start charging for bags. Decades after.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for leading the boo on that one.
I mean, Aaron is speaking for everybody back then, and I think for a lot of people still today, that this was a beloved airline that did not nickel and dime us. They still included 2 free checked bags every time you booked a ticket with them. And in the months and years since, they've made a handful of different changes, like starting to assign seats. Before, you would just pick the best seats that were available based on when you boarded the plane. It has started this cascade of issues where boarding is now just a nightmare flying Southwest, because not only are people finding seats for the first time, people are getting split up when families are booking the cheapest seats that don't include seat assignment. But to the worst part of it, and it's like, how did Southwest not see this coming? By charging for bags, everybody for the first time ever is bringing carry-ons on board, because those are still free, and so they are running out of overhead bin space on planes that don't have enough bin space for them. It's been a real nightmare, and Southwest is trying to navigate it. Yeah.
Nobody wants to pay, so they're not putting the bags under the seat like they should, which you should be thrown off the plane for that. But anyway, that's a whole other subject. But yeah, put it under the seat if you can. So have you heard, are they thinking of reversing any of this nonsense?
There's no chance in, down there that they reverse it. What they're doing is they're trying to tweak things. They're trying to install larger overhead bins that will fit more bags. They're going to put up signs at the front of the cabin that say that these overhead bins are reserved for people who pay for and select those extra legroom seats at the front of the plane. Because what's happening is people are coming on board, they're seated in seat 2C, and the next 5 rows are all full because people who are sitting 33D have already put their bag up the first time they get on the plane.
Those poor flight attendants are basically luggage police. Okay.
Yeah.
We have just a little bit in this segment. Let's get to our favorite topic of the year. Kyle, please tell everybody what United Airlines has done.
Can I just look at me for a second? We did it, Jason.
We did it. Thank you.
We did it.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you. I didn't want to say it. You can say it. Tell the people what we did for them.
So we had Jason on our podcast months ago, and it basically just turned into a 10-minute rant about people in airports, and especially on airplanes, who don't use headphones. We're trying to live in a society, people, right? Yeah. And so United quietly over the weekend updated its policies and said that passengers who don't use headphones when listening to music or watching video could be removed from the plane.
Yeah, you're welcome, America. And if you do it multiple times, they're thinking of putting you on a no-fly list for United. You're welcome, America.
We did it.
We did it. It is so. Who were you raised by wolves? Right. Seriously.
Yeah.
Why do people think I don't want to hear your clip of Gomer Pyle? Put your headphones in. Another old reference. What am I doing today? I don't want to hear your TikTok clips. I don't want to hear your speakerphone conversations. That's why God invented earphones.
$4.99 earbuds that some airlines still give out for free.
Delta gives away for free.
I have never understood it. I'm glad that United did this. What I'm scared of is that means that in addition to being luggage police and seatbelt police, this now means that flight attendants have to be earbud police. And that's not a fun position to be in.
I'll do it for them. I just hire me, United. Well, give me some free tickets. I'll board every flight of yours, and I'll go up and down the aisle.
I was going to say, I don't know if they can afford you, but I think they probably can.
They probably could, yeah. Just give me some tickets to Disney. We'll be right back. More with Kyle when we come back. Some flight deals. Oh, God, that was the best news.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe to Thrifty Traveler and the podcast. You got to listen to the podcast wherever you find your podcasts. Okay, by the way, you mentioned my guest appearance on your podcast. I have this show. I have the radio show. Do you know I had more fun on your show than I've had in years? Because I could talk about this stuff all. No, I mean, I love my show too, Jeff. I'm just saying.
No offense.
I had fun on that show too. Yeah. Anyway, okay, let's get back to the headlines. So thank you, United. Now let's move to Delta. And this is an update. You guys just posted this at Thrifty Traveler today. This is an update, but also I don't think a lot of people know about this, and they do not utilize this enough. Tell the good people what we're talking about.
So Delta has a guarantee that they will get your bags from the time the boarding door opens after you arrive to the time your bag hits that carousel when you check a bag, that they will get it to you in 20 minutes. If it takes 20 minutes and 1 second, Delta will give you 2,500 Delta Skymiles. There's a form that you submit. It's literally automatic. You just have to enter your flight number, your personal details. You hit click. As long as it took that 20 minutes and 1 second, they're going to give you those miles. And the change that Delta made to this is that they now say that you need to submit that claim to get those miles within 2 hours of arrival. So you really need to be on it. If you forget later in the day and you remember to go back, you're going to be out of luck. So keep this in mind. It's a great way. I mean, if you're checking a bag every single time, odds are you're going to get it on 50% of your flights, because a lot of them are going to take 21 or 22 minutes.
And that audience, that adds up. Trust me. Trust and believe. Colin, he organizes a lot of our travel. The moment we land, okay, and we take our seatbelt off, it obviously takes you a few minutes to get out. Colin pulls out his iPhone and starts his timer. Everyone has it on your phone. Do that. And then when you get down there, he also put the link in his notes, so he doesn't have to go through whatever. He clicks on it, fills it out while you're waiting for the bags anyway. Right. Those miles add up. We do it all the time. Thanks, Delta.
You could easily get 15,000 miles over the course of the year if you're traveling 4 or 5 times a year. That's probably another free round trip flight, maybe.
That's right. Okay, Delta. Let's talk about Hyatt. We're going to go from the air to the ground. You guys, I saw this headline from you. I can always tell. Kyle does a lot of their posts. He's the front-facing guy on a lot of the posts. I can tell by the way you look how serious your face is in like the opening minute of your video. Tell the folks how Hyatt's reward program went to the best to
I mean, Hyatt has just been in another league when you compare using points to Hilton or Marriott or IHG, and certainly more than some of the other smaller chains. That's because the pricing is so predictable and it's so much lower. So just across the street here, not that you're itching to stay at the Hyatt Place Eden Prairie, but you might be. You can book that for 3,500 points some nights. On other hotel chains, that's like 50,000 points. So it's so much more reasonable. It's so much more predictable. On some of the other big chains, they're charging more points just based upon what the cash rate is that night. So they can get really, really gross. And so what Hyatt is doing is they're not just elevating the points price at most of these, thousands of properties worldwide, but they're introducing this kind of really off-peak. You're going to get the best and only the lowest price during the slowest of the slow times, and then really, really high rates when things are much, much busier, with really no controls around how individual hotels set these rates. So it's still going to be good-ish, but there's going to be a lot of deals that people are missing out on once these things take effect in a couple of months.
So book now if you're a Hyatt loyalty person. Let's go through some deals. What do we have?
Minneapolis to Maui, music to your ears, $299 round trip this spring. Get on it.
You can't get to Vegas for that.
Right? Minneapolis to Dublin.
Yeah, everybody's pulling. There's a lady in row 3 that was
Get
like, okay,
yeah, right?
The show's not over, ma'am.
I don't blame you. That is a heck of a deal. Another great deal from Minneapolis, Dublin nonstop, including this summer in July, exactly when you want to be in Dublin, $434 round trip. For the folks out in Chicago, if you're looking for a spring break trip, in April, Fort Myers, $156 round trip. Last one back to Hawaii from San Francisco.
Hi, San Fran.
Kauai, $199 round trip.
Hawaii's beautiful too.
You can get to Hawaii for so cheap from San Francisco and LA and Seattle. I'm so jealous of those folks out on the West Coast.
It's right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Give it up for Kyle, everybody. Head to thriftytraveler.com for travel deals and more. And listen to Kyle on the Thrifty Traveler podcast. It's a great podcast. Search for it wherever you get your podcast. We'll be right back with the director of Hoppers next.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'll text you later for your invite.
Please,